Literature was always very important. Lovecraft very much, and then there was a lot of science fiction, but also a very specific type of science fiction, dystopic science fiction. So there was Ray Bradbury, a lot of Ray Bradbury and ballads, very much ballads. For many years I almost read only ballads, and then also a little bit of Philip K. Dick. In my generation, Blade Runner was an enormous influence, I think this is really the film of a generation. We were teenagers and that came out in Spain, and this is a Philip K. Dick story. The first hypertext I wrote was called Heartbeat. There was a very dystopic story about young people that were always walking with their headphones, but they were not listening to music, as you might imagine, but they were actually listening to their own heartbeat. And they created a sort of short circuit that produced hallucinations and a sort of hyperreality. So this story was developed in hypertext, and then I started to do some experiments in taking this to real life and to create a real community. So it was this idea, really Incels in Real Time, was the idea to use, not to make a representation, but to work with real time, to stop the real time, and to create a certain étrangeté, a strangeness, in the real situation. So the idea that you create a kind of a loop that turns reality into something that cannot be taken serious anymore, because you realize these sort of paradoxes. So you kind of have an intense experience that is enhanced. All of a sudden you feel a bit suffocated by the situation, although everything is normal, but you feel that something is. This is also very Philip K. Dick. All of a sudden everything is strange and bizarre, and so this is a bit the kind of effect I was trying to create.